Thank you. Wow, it's really stirring stuff as ever. And Miles is next on the open mic. He's around. Yeah, cool. Thanks, Miles.
Well, my arm's getting a bit stiff. It's getting a little bit stiff, you know.
This is a couple by Nina Cassian, who's, for those who don't know, is a Romanian poet who suffered various horrible things under the Ceausescu regime, had a friend tortured to death and had to go into exile, so these experiences do mark her work a bit. There's a couple of hers. First one's called My Parents Bent Over a Book. A thunderstorm attacks the city, hail dances on young trees, it's a merry disaster. The window's cornea splits as my parents, bent together over a book, strange words in a particular order. My mother has lost her eyebrows, my father's hands are small and swollen. My parents transpose hail into syllables, tear away the water from the open book, over and over again, more and more tired. They rescue the book from the flood. The paper, heavy and sodden as a tent, struggles in the high wind, sometimes slapping my father's forehead, in which case my mother discovers an unexpected strength to discipline the paper. This was called Temptation. Just trying to position so I can see the book now. Call yourself alive? Look, I promise you that for the first time you'll feel your pores opening like fish mouths, and you'll actually be able to hear your blood surging through all those lanes, and you'll feel light gliding across the cornea like the train of a dress. For the first time you'll be aware of gravity like a thorn in your heel, and your shoulder blades will ache for the want of wings. Call yourself alive? I promise you, you'll be deafened by dust falling on the furniture. You'll feel your eyebrows turning to two gashes, and every memory you have will begin at Genesis. Carl.
Next up, can we have Michael Wilson, please? Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. We did that for 5 minutes. So really good interaction poem called Hello. I'd like to read one by Angela Smith. I was lucky enough to see her doing Poetry Pillow a few months ago, and she did this one, and I was blown away by it. And then I noticed it was in this brilliant book which some of the people here tonight have been published in, called Best of Manchester Poets. And this poem is by her, and it's called After Midnight. 1 a.m. has smudged mascara, clutches an open bottle of champagne and a half-eaten kebab with extra chilies, turns on the telly, changes channels 16 times and turns it off again without so much as a by your leave. Makes you laugh, till the champagne comes out of your nose about something so trivial you can't remember it later, though you're sure shoes came into it somewhere. I'm talking of shoes. Where are they? 2 a.m. is on her nightly rounds. No one knows why she steals your shoes, they don't even fit her. If she put them on, she'd teeter like a toddler, tiny feet slipping with each uncertain step. Maybe she just wants to look taller. Huddled in the corner, 3 a.m. remembers, weeping, how she danced on the tables in Europe in a borrowed tiara, and how in Africa her moth wings mirrored moonlight. A teardrop splashes on her shiny shoes. 4 a.m. says she's a bumblebee, keeps you awake with a buzz, and threatens to sting if you get too close, but if you're patient, she'll let you stroke her fuzzy costume. Loves it when you bring her flowers. Unless they're snapdragons. She's afraid of snapdragons. Says they ate her auntie and 2 of her cousins. White-faced and wearing a painted-on smile, 5 a.m. out grims Grimaldi. Who knows what those baggy pants are holding? Custard pies, buckets of water, confetti, or a dagger, stolen from the knife thrower. That's not to turn your back on her, even when she makes you laugh. We don't talk about 6 a.m. anymore. If you knew her, you'd understand. 7 a.m. dominatrix in black takes a cold shower, breakfast on fruitless muesli with a trickle of skimmed milk and 2 cups of black coffee and a defiant cigarette. She straightens your pictures, rearranges your books. Before all these comes midnight herself. She's complicated, unpredictable. Yesterday she glittered in, all eyes and lips and slippery satin, electric, ready for anything, and eager for everything. And tonight she slips gently into your bed, sighs softly,